If you set your ceiling to 40 grand, there are tons of great SUVs you can bring home in your garage or parking lot. Sure, the price of automobiles is inching higher every year, but this doesn't mean that the mid-level segment has been cheapened already. But at the same time, I also believe that this is the right time to get these SUVs since we don't really have an accurate projection as to how much they would cost brand new next year. Hello everyone, this is Ted from CarlandTV. Take the back seat as in this episode, I am going to introduce some of the best SUVs you can buy for $40,000 or less this 2024. This selection is primarily anchored to how these cars fare in terms of cargo, fuel efficiency, reliability, and driving dynamics. Before I start, I would like to ask you the favor of hitting the subscribe and notification bells. They help the channel a lot. Now buckle up and let's get back to the video. (2024) Hyundai Santa Fe. Starting price, $35,300. It seems that the Hyundai Santa Fe is flying off the radar of many car shoppers. But by all means, it's something that you need to seriously check out, especially if you are looking for a near-premium and smooth-riding midsize SUV. There are significant changes in the layout of the brand-new Santa Fe as compared to its predecessors. One immediate difference you can spot is that it already has a third row, but honestly, these additional seats are only comfortable for small passengers. Fortunately, even with the added row, the cargo space hasn't been compromised. Additionally, I have to point out that the interior of Santa Fe is attractive. The boxy structure of the SUV gave it more room for additional refinements and practicality in its cabin. There are more cubbies and storage places for your stuff. I can also say that this vehicle is designed for adventurers. After all, it's capable of housing rooftop tents. I've also noticed that its tailgate is particularly broad, so it can haul more of your camping or backpacking stuff. Then, there's also the fact that the Santa Fe is a strong and robust SUV. It's already equipped with a 277 horsepower 2.5-liter inline-4 engine as its base powertrain, which is then bolted to its 8-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. The fuel efficiency of this one is decent, but there's a noticeable noise from the engine when it starts to accelerate. Other than that, the 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe is one hell of a practical adventure-type SUV. 2024 Ford Bronco. Starting price, $40,000. One of the best off-roaders in the mid-level SUV market is definitely the 2024 Ford Bronco. If this vehicle is within your reach, then I recommend you skip the Jeep Wrangler and go for this rugged SUV. Of course, the Bronco is a direct and improved competitor of the Wrangler, which means that it is objectively better than the said Jeep SUV. You can get the Ford Bronco in either 2- or 4-door models, and you can also opt to equip it with a 4-wheel drive and manual transmission for a more athletic and robust road engagement. Its standard powertrain is already strong. It's a turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine that easily makes 300 ponies right from the get-go. It's paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, but if you still have the bucks, you can also bolt it with a 7-speed manual and a V6 twin-turbo engine that muscles 330 horsepower. While it is true that the Ford Bronco is a rugged SUV, its interior remains clean and distinct. It's particularly comfortable and accommodates adult passengers cozily on its front and rear seats. And just because it's meant to crawl rocky terrains doesn't mean that it's a bland rider on concrete. It handles really well, and I have no problems making it my daily transport. On the flip side, this SUV ranks low in terms of fuel efficiency. The powerful base engine is only rated to cover 22 miles per gallon on highways. Perhaps that's the trade-off you need to accept. 2024 Mazda CX-50. Starting price, $31,700. I could place the Mazda CX-50 higher on this list had it not been for the fact that most of its premium goodies are found on its more expensive higher trims. Still, I am not implying that the base model of the CX-50 is Spartan. By all means, it has satisfactory provisions that go with its cost. The latest CX-50 still belongs to the compact crossover segment, but its interior is surprisingly spacious for both its cargo and passengers. Well, the exception here is if you are tall. The headroom of the CX-50 isn't that vertically optimized, so if you are on the taller side of things, you might slouch while inside this SUV. For regular passengers, the interior is comfortable and fantastic at best. The appointments are nicely laid, and the seats are. What I particularly love about the Mazda CX-50 is its sprightly driving demeanor. It has a nimble handling, and it's far from being boring on the road. But by all means, it is far from being uncontrolled and unrefined. It's just an athletic commuter, aptly matched by its standard 187 horsepower four-cylinder engine and all-wheel drive. But once you opt for its optional turbocharged four-cylinder engine that makes 256 horsepower, the CX-50 will turn into a sporty and speedy SUV. Now, you can actually get the turbo trim for the CX-50 and still not exceed the $40,000 threshold. For me, this is the best deal you can get throughout the entire CX-50 lineup. All those optional goodies I mentioned become standard, and it gains the ability to tow up to 3,500 pounds. Extra niceties such as genuine leather upholstery and panoramic sunroof are also included in the setup. 2024 Kia Telluride. Starting price, $37,600. There's no way anyone can downplay the 2024 model year of Kia Telluride. The goodies and packages that come with it set it apart from most of its competitors. As a matter of fact, the Kia Telluride is your gateway for driving a premium SUV without having to put yourself in heavy debt. The base model of the Telluride is already a sweet deal, to be honest. Its V6 engine is refined, noiseless, and finely tuned, so in terms of reliability, it doesn't flop at all. Both its exterior and interior are freshened to look ravishing. The cabin, for example, has no signs of cheapness on it. No shabby plastic parts and no ugly appointments either. And it's not just beautiful, it's also comfortable and spacious enough to accommodate large families. Similar to the Hyundai Santa Fe, it also has a third row, so that means more people you can bring on the go. In terms of on-road performance, the Telluride has something to boast about as well. The handling isn't the best out there, but its overall driving dynamics can appeal even to the most finicky of drivers out there. The steering is agreeable, and it can take corners with little to no body rolls. Plus, there's also a guarantee that its engine has enough muscles to grind the roads. Its base V6 engine outputs 291 horsepower and around 260 pound-feet of torque. The standard transmission is an 8-speed automatic and works with the front wheels. But of course, you can get this transmission to run all of the wheels. As per official estimates, this midsize SUV can tow up to 5,500 pounds and has enough vertical ground clearance to pass through beaten paths. 2025 Honda CR-V Hybrid. Starting price, $35,000. There's no relevant or significant drawback in the original CR-V. I mean, it has been on the market for quite some time, and the car still kills it when it comes to sales or popularity among casual American SUV buyers. But then again, there are limitations to the gas CR-V, which prompted Honda to introduce a hybrid configuration to this vehicle. The Honda CR-V Hybrid, which is aptly slated for a 2025 model year, strikes the perfect balance between style, finesse, and driving performance. By all means, it offers better fuel economy than its non-hybrid predecessor. In particular, the Sport or Sport L variants of the hybrid CR-V, when fitted with front-wheel drive, can encompass 36 miles per gallon on highways and 43 miles per gallon on city roads. The base powertrain of the 2025 Honda CR-V Hybrid marries two electric motors to a 2-liter 4-cylinder machine, allowing it to generate 204 horsepower. The difference isn't that stark, since the non-hybrid CR-V already offers 190 horsepower right from the get-go. Still, the powertrain of the hybrid CR-V is refined and quiet, even while accelerating. Plus, with its comfortable interior and beautiful appointments, it's not a surprise why this compact SUV appeals to many buyers. And that completes our list. Thanks for sticking to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I know it's a chore, but it helps the channel a lot. Until next time, drive safely.